What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy weekend to everybody, man. Welcome. We are back with episode 32. This is of course the Dragon's Den. And we got this crazy goddamn panel. PK still don't look like he's awake, but I guess when he get that intro popping, he'd be all right. I don't know. PK a little off. And Akumu, I need you to feel better. She's a little bit under the weather, so wish her well on that note. But we got some topics. It's been a great week of gaming, amazing news and reviews, and everybody been racing to that finish line trying to get this information out about this Forza. But we're gonna talk about that later. But with that being said, Six Slayer, the Matrix Man, Mr. Neo is in the building. What's good with you? How you been?
I'm doing good. I got my old face back, and I got a new roof, so I'm feeling real good, man. Feeling real good just in time because it's getting cold out here in Pennsylvania, man. Out here in these Pocono Mountains, real cold, real cold. So yeah, things are good. Got great games to play. Everything is cool, man. Everything's cool.
Well, now let's get into the most electrifying Ice Cube imitator. He should be in Vegas somewhere, hopping around in a Raiders hat with some black khakis on and some Converse. But you know, it's my man PK, the most electrifying YouTuber on the planet. What's good with you, bro? And I'm pretty sure you've been putting in some. Well, maybe not. But have you been putting in some work with these achievements? Because I know how you be out there in these streets.
Nah, man. Actually, it's been a busy week at work, but I'm here. I'll get back to work later on. I only finished 3 games this week,
Only.
and
Only.
so I've been busy, but I did check out a fire movie that dropped on Netflix.
What is that?
It's I believe Jay-Z produced it and Regina King directed, called The Harder They Fall.
Oh, the cowboy
Got
movie.
a cowboy movie. It's
Yeah,
fire,
I gotta watch that.
fire.
I gotta
It,
watch
Mm.
it is it is so good. I don't have words. So definitely worth watching more than once for sure. It's got a twist at the end. I ain't gonna spoil it, but definitely. I don't know who picked the cast, but they just knocked it out. I don't know. It's kind of like how Eddie Murphy used to do his movies. He just pick everybody put it in
it.
that movie.
Listen,
Um,
they share that wealth. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy was getting deals, so he bringing his team of people. I ain't
and
mad
then
at him.
and Jay-Z, man, he picked the right music at the right time. I mean, it's dope. That's all I can say. We need more like that. I'm not saying it have to be cowboy, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
You need that type of support in the community. I'm
yeah,
with that. I'm with
it's
that.
fire.
I've been feeling for that movie. I saw, but I'm gonna try to watch it. I'm gonna try to watch it. Yo, what's good, Chad? I see y'all already out there, laid back and straight out of work. Chickmunk is in the building, of course. Bloody Knuckles is in the building. If I miss anybody, I'll try to get to anybody else that's writing in the chat. Man, appreciate y'all. Share this out. Y'all already know we do. Well, this has been a fantastic week of gaming, man, and we got some real good things going. And the first thing I'm gonna talk about, which is sick wanted to talk about this. Now we all know it's hard out here to get these graphic cards, but it doesn't help when scalpers are getting them. But it damn sure don't help when you steal them off the trucks. So sick, man. I read this. I was like, I don't know if I'm put that in there for a topic, but let's talk about it, man. Because come on, man, they stealing these graphic cards off the truck now. Is this what it's come to? They're stealing them by the truckloads. Come on.
Man,
What did you think about this?
man, this is what it's come to somehow, some way, man. It's like the first Fast and the Furious movie. You remember when all the trucks would get robbed for DVD players and stuff?
Yeah.
Yo, this is the same thing. Like, really? The criminal element is, they back, what is it, with black Hondas with the lights under them and stuff? They still doing that too? Yo, they stealing whole trucks of video cards. That's how valuable they are right now. Hard to get. I still can't get one. I still can't get one for, MSRP. I'm still looking for that, so
I
I
gave
can
up.
understand it.
I
But
gave up.
it just goes to show, how the pandemic and everything is affecting everything. So it just makes stuff. But even beyond that, they're saying sales are up higher than ever before, and they're making more than they ever have before, but they're selling them j- just as quick. So demand is increasing despite all of these things. So it's not just the pandemic,
Well, more people are
things was
playing
out there.
games nowadays, being that a lot of
Yep.
people still home. So, the gaming market has definitely increased during the pandemic. PK, did you know about this article about these people stealing these damn graphic cards, these 30 series?
I mean, yeah, but come on, man, they steal everything. I mean, they were just talking about stealing PlayStations and Xboxes and cameras and disk drives. I mean, it is what it is, man. Anything that high value they can flip, they're gonna take it. It is what it is. It's nothing new under the sun. Everybody got their hustle. And like you said, people are sitting at home. So
Yeah,
hey,
facts.
it happens, man. But don't get discouraged. Anybody out there, man? There's always a chance. Trust when I tell you. I can't say out loud, but I'm gonna tell you now. There's always opportunity to snatch something. You just better have your pockets ready to snatch it.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
I've been discouraged. I'm one of those people. I kind of gave up,
You,
and
you gotta have you,
this
you
definitely
gotta
pissed
have
me
it.
off. This
You
definitely
gotta
pissed
have
me
it.
off.
Trust when I'm telling you,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? This definitely pissed me off because I'm like, we can't get our hand on one, and so I don't even know that doesn't even mean they knew what was in the truck.
N-
They just probably went to just steal
But that's
something and
that's
caught it.
Nah, they
but
knew. They knew of
but
all the
but
trucks.
that's But that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like even if they do or didn't, let's be real. This ain't the first time they ever
Right,
hit a truck.
right,
All right.
right,
They're methodical. They know what they were hitting, or if they didn't, they knew a truck was coming with something important
right.
that they was going, saying they needed a fence. It is what it is.
Yeah, because stuff like that is not like even liquor. Liquor's delivered in plain blank trucks. It don't say liquor. You know what I'm
Most
Didn't
saying?
say whiskey.
most
Right.
Yeah.
most of the
So
time, whenever stuff like that goes to a distributor, it's not it's unmarked.
right. That's fact.
So
So, they probably just been
so
doing that, and that's
and
what
they
I
and
think.
Right, right, because they all the distributors have they have different truck routes that go to different
That's right.
segments. So, more than likely, it's just one of those things. They may or may not have known what they were taking, but they knew it was a distributor route. It could have been anything. Could have been something going to distribute to Best Buy or what have you, and because you got to buy secondhand from their distributors. We have no idea. I
Right.
just know that happens. I mean, you learn that by watching how the beer industry does it. It is what it is.
That's right. That's right. All right. So now we're gonna hop into a topic that my man PK wanted to talk about last week, but he wasn't here. But listen, we're gonna talk about Razorcon, and he's gonna drop this knowledge on y'all on what this entail and how this will affect us. Let's talk about the subject, man.
Yes, yeah, go ahead, man.
Razer
I don't know.
Razer is a major company that give you all these peripherals, but they actually stepped up, and PK is going to explain what he wanted to talk about last week. So talk about it, PK. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know Razorcon was happening. To be honest, it flew under the radar, but when I seen it, I was like, oh, wait. So beginning of this year, CES they were showing all. CES is like one of those events they happen at the beginning of the year where they show all these.
In January, electronic
Uh,
show.
yeah, they show a lot of things that may or may not come to fruition, right?
Right.
Razer had a big show. They showed a bunch of stuff. They showed their chair, not the one that they released, but the one that the TV comes out the back and unfolds in front of you, that kind of thing. And then they got they showed their N95 mask that looks like you came out of what's that game?
Doom.
Watch Dogs Legions or something,
Oh.
right? So
Oh, okay.
anyways, I thought it was fly. So, uh RazorCon happened and they did actually make that thing real. They dropped it, it's real. N95 real mask has the RGB, has the
Mm.
fans going in it to filtrate the air. It's pretty dope.
How much is it?
Is $100,
Oh, that's not bad.
199.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
it's pretty dope. And they got their filters, they sell their filters and all that good stuff. I think it's dope for gamers that has some swag.
Yeah, facts.
Uh they dropped brand new headsets. Those looking for brand new headsets, they got the new ones. Um, Now they're really pushing their haptic feedbacks in their headset. I know that sounds weird, but they have haptic feedbacks in their
Mm,
headset. They had these. for the Xbox versions before, but now they enhanced it and they're better than they were last year. So now we have more headsets. They also drop. I mean,
Hmm.
I didn't even know they was doing this. Look, Razorcon is a
Me
thing,
neither.
and not only are they dropping peripherals, but they're stepping up to be a major player. And on the lines of this is the first time I've ever seen Razer release cooling parts for internals for PCs. They're directly competing with Corsair. They are not playing no games. All their stuff is quality, and they're putting out more product and more things for gamers, everybody, and going forward, which is dope. Um, the newest headset
Mm-hmm.
uh is the Hyper, was it Kraken 3?
Yeah.
That's released, but it's only USB. But the one that is made for the Xbox, they still have that one, and they have the newer one that's gonna drop soon, and that one's 200. That is wireless and wired at the same time. You can do either
Mm-hmm.
or, and it does definitely have that haptic feedback and RGB that Razer is known about. Point is, all this stuff is dope, and the more competition creates innovation. So, Corsair's been sitting at the top for a long time. It kind of bothers me because, when you build your PC, you got to have all these different manufacturing parts and all these different controllers and software and stuff. I kind of just want to have one. And be honest, I don't like Corsair's peripherals. I don't. But their cooling parts are dope.
Yeah, they
Like I
are.
can't
Yeah,
can't
I got
yeah,
a Corsair
yeah.
cooler.
Yeah, no, I agree
can't
with what
deny
you're
it.
saying. Now I agree.
So,
At first, I'm like,
but
huh? But
I
now, yup,
prefer
100%.
I prefer Razer parts. I Razer
Well,
peripherals.
I like Razer
Like,
too. I got the Razer Microsoft keyboard here, and but
yeah,
this damn thing is expensive. This was two hundred and
they all.
fifty dollars,
Well, that's a
and
Mm,
that's a
and look, and the mouse stopped working.
it's a
mm,
it's a mechanical keyboard, bro. This is what happens. So check it out.
yeah, they're
With
not
that being
cheap.
said, they even dropped a chair that even goes on par with the Secret Labs chair. That kind of quality. That's crazy. I don't know if nobody understands gaming chairs, but when you raise the bar to Secret Labs, you making a statement there. I don't know if
Facts.
anybody's seen that stuff, but that stuff
Oh, I
matters.
did. I
Like,
did.
yo. And of course, Lemon loves controllers, and
Mm,
he did buy the Ultimate Wolverine, and it was amazing. Well, now they made a version 2. and,
Well,
and it's just for the series.
I will not be buying that because they just charged me for my Halo Elite Series 2.
Oh,
So
they got that one too. That's right. They do that one. Oh, yo,
two
but I
hundred and
mean,
$17 one
but I mean,
controller. So
I mean,
I won't be
but you
buying no
still.
more.
What's really crazy is you still come off cheaper than buying Scuff from Corsair.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like
mhm.
scuff. I don't like.
you
I don't
still,
like. I don't like scuff.
but I'm just saying, like when you look at it, you guys who may or may not be into those enthusiast stuff, I mean, it's a big deal, especially on a PC side. I was quite surprised to see them drop that, and actually, their controller is really neat. How everything is. They didn't make everything proprietary like Corsair does, which is a little different approach, and I take that as a threat, which makes them innovate and push a lot of people to kind of look at them twice. But I kind of think they may have to do it because they're new kid on the block doing this kind of
Mm.
thing. But at the same time, they do have high price things, but it's a lot of their stuff is high quality.
No, they
It's
stuff is
more or
all
less,
quality. It's just
you get you. I mean, but they got the cheaper stuff for the more budget,
right,
budget,
right.
and then they got the higher end. So you get kind of where you at. The only, my problem is if I get a Corsair headset and it costs $150 and it's a 40 milli drivers, well, that means it's less compatible than the Xbox ones, and it's a little cheaper, you're paying for the name at that point. So
Facts.
I like competition, and it drives the innovation to push the standard is 50 millimeters for all you guys that want to buy headsets. So that's the standard. However, there are some that go beyond that. But if you want to hear that sound and have all those audio cues, like if you're playing Call of Duty or something, and you need to hear a dude behind you run across, you need those drivers to produce that kind of sound. Um, and I think they did a good job. Their presentation was awesome. If you go to their website, yo, you know, there's almost nothing. It's kind of like if you go there, you're gonna want to buy something. So
Mm.
don't look at it if you ain't got no money. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. But yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, I think you guys should chime in if you checked it out. But you know, for me, it was a lot of stuff. Me, I'm looking for a new headset. I looked at that. I almost bought the another one that was, but the Kraken threes are dope.
Yeah,
They're
you've been
dope.
sending me some good ones on the links. I've been looking at them.
Yeah. So, and I definitely think that version 2 of the Wolverine is actually amazing. I mean, especially for me, if I was playing on PC, I think it was probably be the best. Uh, Still to this day, is my favorite controller. The only downfall is it's wired, and that's only because someone else hold the patent for a wireless controller with the buttons on the back.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
Sick.
why the
Go
third
ahead. I'm
party
sorry.
can't do it. No, I'm just throwing that out there just in case people don't know. Microsoft had to pay those people a lot of money before
Mm.
they can release their ultimate controllers with the buttons on the back because someone holds the patents.
Sick. Did you get a chance to check this out? Because I had PK drop the links to it in the chat. Did you get a chance to
Yeah,
check it out?
yeah, I definitely did. You know, Razer, you know, all these companies, you know, when it comes to accessories and peripherals, at least in my mind, you know, I have certain ones that are good for certain things and certain other ones that are good for certain other things or might have a range of other things they do.
Right.
And so too is it with Razer, but they keep expanding what they're good at. It's not you know, it's a master of many. How's that saying go? Uh Master of many, not of one or whatever. So they, you know, they do a lot of different
Nice
things. They
try,
got
son. I
controllers.
appreciate you.
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't remember, man. But yo, they do all types of things. Their controllers, keyboards, mice. If you're console PC, it don't matter. You know, like you know, on the PC side, Corsair. I agree with PK. At first, he was saying something, then he clarified himself with the other half, and I fully agree with what he said. Like example for Corsair, you know, I like their cooling. I've also used their RAM before. I had no problem with
Yo,
that.
PK,
You know,
drop that
yeah.
link. Drop that link in the chat, PK, for the people that might be interested in that stuff, man. Drop the link for them because I see Megatron is out here. Somebody he wants to check it out. So
Hey, what
just
up,
drop it.
Megatron?
Just drop it in the link. And shout out to everybody here. I see my boy Megatron is in the building, man. You already know how he is. That's my guy right there. Special individual. You know
Megatron in the building. One
shout
Elite
out
Dragons
I
TV
see
welcomes
Vader
you,
in here.
brother.
Rain is in here. I see Jeepers. My original 108 Brian Story, aka Fozzie Bears in the building.
That's right.
Lewis L. Like I said, Chipmunks in the building. Good to have everybody here, man. Y'all focus. I see y'all every week. Y'all here, and I appreciate y'all, man. So
And
now, what?
yo, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're not about to
Remember,
gloss past this. I'm about to tell you,
hold
okay?
on.
Razor,
You are
Razor
not
does.
gonna be long winded, and you told me you
I'm not.
going
I'm
out.
not. I got to just one thing. One thing.
Go
You
ahead.
Yeah, because you
mentioned
cut me
you
off so that I
mentioned
can speaking, you know.
you mentioned the Halo Elite controller or whatnot. You just check this out, dog. They have a good relationship with Microsoft. If you guys
Mm.
go to their site, they literally have Forza Horizon 5 and Halo, quick charger kicks, controllers, um, keyboards, mice, everything, headsets, Halo. You know it. If you
Yeah,
want it, I'm telling you, Halo kit out. You just
Let
go
me find
click.
out Razor cut you a check.
Hey,
the Razor's involved in a lot of things.
I'm
Is my
just
point.
Yeah, they
Point.
saying,
That's
are.
what
You know,
like,
I'm saying.
I buy
They
Razor
really are.
products.
if you love that, man, hey, go check it. It's be worth it.
You
But that's
finished?
all I'm
Yo, you
saying. I'm
finished with
saying,
your Razor
yo,
commercial?
I just want to say
This special
it's
shoot was
there.
brought to you by
They
PK.
literally have they literally have Master Chief on the cover of the whole page.
Yeah, you know
Like,
it's a
yo,
big thing,
everything,
man.
including the GPU. You know what I mean? Like crazy. Go ahead, Doug. That's all
All
I
right,
got.
all right. Now listen, man. We're gonna get into this. Gonna be a Sony subject. Listen, it looks like Sony is not playing in Europe. They're flying in 747s loaded with PS5s. Now, I don't know if they doing it everywhere else, but I'm like, why would y'all just be flying 747s just to the UK to sell PS5s for the holiday season? Now, sick. Tell me, what did you think about this when I put that up as one of the topics?
You know, it's a bit of a circular logic fail. for me because it's like they would only send them through planes so they can get there quicker if they think they could sell them. But no shade. We all know they have nothing new or big software wise for the holidays. So they must think they can all of a sudden sell a lot more PlayStations than they thought they could before. And so they're flying them in to have them ready and available in time. What all of a sudden gives them this added confidence or whatever that they could sell more
I want to know
PlayStations?
where they got them from.
From right, yeah. On top of all
Why
that,
didn't you just send them to Europe? Why didn't you send a bunch to the United States?
right,
I mean, I know Europe's a
right,
big region for them, but I was like, okay, so what they doing for us?
right.
Like,
And is manufacturing improving?
yeah,
And this is where they're getting them from.
I
Like
don't
it,
know.
all of a sudden, it makes for more questions than it gives answers, yo. And I don't
I
know.
just scratched my head with it. I was
They think
like,
they can sell them though.
you don't think
Obviously,
about
they think they can
nobody
sell them.
else but Europe? Like, what did that mean? Like,
Yeah.
they said many planes have flown in for the holiday season in Europe. Not nowhere else.
Okay.
Europe.
Yeah,
So
Europe.
I just was like, okay.
Europe is supposed to be a Star Wars area for them, so okay, makes sense. It
But what
fits
about the
at least.
rest of
But
us?
right, but and why all of a sudden you need more? Like, didn't you plan
The
for this
United
before?
States is
Why
a
all of a
big
sudden the
region for
added
them too.
confidence?
God damn it.
Right. So why the added confidence?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't
What's
know.
up? What's the plan?
I
And
don't
they
know.
think they can sell them, which is good. That's not a bad thing. That's never a bad thing.
No, it's
So,
not a bad thing.
all
I
right,
just wonder why they picked one region.
right.
Like,
Doesn't add
what
up.
about the
It
rest
just
of the
needs more
world?
questions than answers. It's
PK,
tough.
PK, what did you think about this, man?
I think they seen a gap and they just reacted on it. I mean, I don't know what their business stuff looks like behind the doors, but if they're making moves like this, it must be because there's a gap somewhere they got to fill.
You think so? Because I know the demand in Europe is pretty high for PlayStation. Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
even though
So
both consoles are continuously walking into the stores and walking out,
Mhm.
they must have like short supply somewhere in
it
there, and they
has to
wanted to
be.
make
That's what
sure.
I figured because
So
they was like, "Oh, this is for the holiday season." I'm like, I don't know,
Shouldn't
God
y'all had
damn.
that already coming in? Yeah.
Well, no, it is a
well, I
holiday
mean,
season month. This is November.
it's it's just one of those things, man. It's kind of like a when you hear those moves, it's more like a business thing where they see a gap. It's
Mm.
just short supply. They gotta try and distribute it evenly so that you know everyone has something available. So if you have too much on the U.S. side but not enough on the Europe, you're gonna end up upside down.
Yo, listen, people in the chat, man. You know this is Drop a Code Saturday, so when I drop these codes, I'm gonna need individuals to say, "Listen, I received the code." So first, we can congratulate you, and don't be snatching codes and running. So let me know who get the code, so we can shout y'all out by name. We got some gift cards to drop in the chat, and welcome. Once again, welcome everybody that's here, man. We're gonna talk about another subject, and I'm gonna say this for the record. I was on Twitter, and I hate bashing my peoples. Nobody's a genius out here. Now, when I'm talking about this Microsoft and Sega partnership, I seen people said, "I told you this was gonna happen. This is amazing. What did I say in this video? What did I do on this podcast?" And I'm saying, hold up. Let's everybody just pump your goddamn brakes, right? Now, from what I know, Sega and Microsoft had a partnership since Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all through the 360 life, the OG Xbox, Xbox One, they've been doing these special deals. What's one of your favorite games to play online, PK?
Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah. So, how did people predict something that's been happening for years? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, let's
All these
well,
geniuses are saying, "I told you this is gonna happen." It's been happening. I don't know where you've been.
but what are we talking about happening? You get what I'm saying? Like this is
Right.
Yeah.
no diff. It's no different than the Sony Microsoft partnership. I mean, they're investing into their future. They need
Right.
a platform to support their vision. So they don't have the infrastructure. So what do? They go to the people who do. The
Facts.
ones that are top dogs. So
Facts.
it's a business deal. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they unless they're trying to say it's something else other than that, that's mainly what it is.
I mean, they
Um,
have a great relationship with Microsoft. They dropped every Yakuza on Game Pass,
right. And
so
only
this is not
now,
new.
the only thing
But
left is now the Persona needs to come to Game
right,
Pass, and once that
right.
happens, then
Mm,
we're good.
mm,
Now
Um,
right.
this is a great situation. Of course, Microsoft is making power moves, and they're supposed to be building this super game. I never heard a game called a super game for the Azure servers and cloud based gaming. This is amazing news, and that is the partnership that is important. But with people saying, "Oh, I told you they was going to partner with Sega," first of all, y'all went from they was going to buy Sega,
Mm,
and now y'all twisting it. That's what's going on here. I'm just pointing that out because
mm.
dudes is fabricating the truth. No, y'all
Hold
right,
keep
on,
right,
bloody.
saying
Hold on,
Sega's
bloody.
not for
Hold on,
sale.
bloody. Hold on,
right.
bloody. I already see you about to go off. Just chill.
I mean,
Hold on.
whether they buy them
Sega
or
is
not,
not for sale.
sometime down the
I got
road,
you.
it may happen. But right now, this information is just to ensure that they have a backbone. I mean, honestly, we should be saying Nintendo needs to do the same thing. To be honest, we should be saying anybody else. We should say EA needs to go back to Microsoft because let's be
108
real,
Dragons TV
Titanfall
welcomes
One runs a
everyone.
thousand times better online with the Azure servers than it does on their own stuff, and Titanfall 2. So they need to do a reverse and go back
I
and
agree.
then bring the elements that they evolve back to the server. Let's be real, man. They don't have the infrastructure. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. It's you to be honest, you can't go to Google Cloud. They don't. It's not the same type of deal. It's either Amazon or Microsoft. That's it. Unless you host your own stuff, and really, you're gonna go with the player that gives you the best deal, the
Now,
one who understands gaming the best.
true indeed. Now let me say this. Let's get into this game. Like me, I think it's an MMO. Some type of massive RPG online from Sega. um, which one of y'all or let me go with Sick. Sick, what do you think that this game could be?
Oh man. Oh man. I think it's something new.
108
I think
Dragons
it's something
TV
new.
welcomes Living Split Screen Podcast to the show.
Unless they're just now beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would say maybe Fantasy Star related, maybe, right? But other than that, we just got New Genesis, so
Right, right.
but this could be a while before the fruits of this labor comes to pass. So there's that. But I want to talk about what you were saying, and at first it's gonna seem like I'm opposed to what you're saying, but not. But I
Just
gotta set up first before the
mm-hmm.
punchline. So anyway, yo, like people have been calling for, now that Microsoft seems to be wanting to buy whatever they need, and one arm isn't tied behind their back anymore, and they buy, publishers and developers and stuff. People have been calling for the purchase of Sega. And I've been one of the ones to say, no, they don't need that, but they need a partnership. But Lem, you bring up a damn good question in opposition to that. At first, it seems that they always had a great relationship with
Always
Microsoft,
have.
right? They always have, and that's true. I think what people are asking for now is a improved, revised relationship now in the era of Game Pass and other ways to sell games that
But
weren't
you
available
don't
before.
think that's already true with the Yakuza whole series dropping in there?
Right, and
They
that's
I
exactly
mean,
the point.
I don't know what
That's
people's
exactly
been
the point.
looking at. Like I'm like,
Right,
why y'all shocked?
right. But the fact that and PK gives the answer though. There's a lot of
The
games
first
though,
Xbox with
like
Dreamcast.
Persona, and others that still don't come to Xbox day one.
Right.
There are a lot of games that are PlayStation exclusive by default. They will never come to Xbox, and so they didn't pay for the exclusivity. They just won't because of whatever. And Sega does that a lot themselves. And I'm hoping at least
So
this
does
partnership
Square
may help with
Enix.
that.
That's that's
The
not
Square
that's
Enix,
not what Sega said. They
but
never
that's not what the
said those
partnership is
games
about.
are. They never said that. They just never did it because they didn't think there was interest. They didn't say Sony played for exclusivity. It was just easy because
I
the
didn't say they
Japanese.
did. I
So
didn't say they did. They did not. These games just wouldn't come out, and there was no block or nobody was keeping it from
Mm.
happening. And Sega and there's the reason what you're saying is that Sega was like they didn't believe these games would sell and they didn't even try, which is foolish. But now
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't like Persona 5 though.
I
I
do.
I don't.
That's
just
my
puts that out
favorite.
there real flat.
I don't want to battle a penis boss at the end. I'm good.
Well, that's not a
Okay,
boss.
but
That's just a regular.
Oh,
That's in
oh,
every.
oh,
That's
that's
in
it's
all.
okay in your book, PK. No problem.
That's
I don't know
that's
how
in
people play it.
every
I know people want to play
Shigamani
it on Xbox,
Tensei,
Right.
and
and
It's
that
some
crap.
weird stuff going on. I took that game right
they
back
have
to
it
the
in.
store. I'm good.
They have it
Oh,
in every
I
Atlas
took it
game.
back.
okay, we can move on from now because I didn't
Bad
want to
enough
hear
it
about
took
that.
6 hours just to get into the game. 6 hours before
Oh,
something really happened. I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord. But what do you think, PK? I mean, what do you think this game could possibly be?
It's
Or
not
is it a new
one game.
okay? You don't think it's one game?
no, it's not
No,
either.
it's just them saying that with the cloud they can do a lot more, and
Agreed.
basically they don't have to host their own servers
I'm
and
gonna tell you
maintain
one
them.
thing that I think is important. Japanese developers do not know how to do online gaming.
Yeah,
They
Well,
still
this is
using old fashioned
peer to peer,
look
so I get it.
look for a server. Here's my server number. We see
But
it
that's
in Dragon Ball
but that's
Z Fighters. It's like, yo, come on.
but that's what I'm
The
getting at.
infrastructure is
So
there for you to send me an invite and I join your game. Why do we gotta tell each other these numbers? I'm in East West Division at 1497. They're outdated.
listen, it's a thing. Infrastructure as a service is a thing. Cloud as a service is a thing. Software as a service is a thing. And if it's cheaper for you to subscribe to have everyone else do the work for you, and you just develop and they host and maintain it,
Mm,
then that makes more sense, especially when you can reach more people because they have the bigger footprint than you do. You know what I mean? So in other words, I could see them migrating Fancy Star over. That will help a tremendous a bit because they don't have to worry about what server you create your character on because
right,
it's on
right.
the cloud.
right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Maybe not this, maybe not New Genesis, but maybe a new one, or maybe any of the other mobile games they'll have. Like they're planning to have mobile games. Well, what if their servers in Azure and not them hosting it themselves? That means they have less worrying about it getting hacked and things of that nature. So it it's a big deal when you shift the um, liability to a different company. So that's how I look at it. Is even when at my company we have Zurn, but you know when you take away the idea that you have to maintain something yourself and it's someone else you're paying them to do it,
Mm.
that means that
All you gotta
you
do
can
is make your
focus
game.
on you can focus on R&D and development, and you don't have to worry about, you don't need a team just dedicated to that. Your team could just be dedicated to on development side,
Right.
which is great. That frees resources, and that means you can pay less money for having security or maintenance or whatever, because you don't need as much. You just need someone to have oversight. So I think this thing is just for multiple joints they got or have future plans for. I mean, it could be for Sonic. Who knows? They could have a thing where, even though Sonic's typically single player, they might have idea where they can leverage the cloud to move. Don't matter what platform you're on, you can
Mm.
just play it, stream it. You don't even need to download it per se. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a big deal, right? We're at the point now. I don't know if you know where the new Azure or the new servers, whatever they are, 2022, when they come through. This is all hybrid join. I'm saying you can literally have a Windows box that doesn't have to download to a machine. You could just open a browser and you got a full Windows instance. That's insane. If we're at that level, then we could be there with gaming too.
Facts. That's a fact. Now we're gonna jump into another deal, and this is crazy. Yeah, if you're a Prime member, we know we get these. Excuse me, we get these benefits of content that in-game content, credits, all kind of skins, rainbow
whole
six,
games.
whole games, free games. Um, it looks like EA has renewed their deal with Amazon for the Prime members, and they're starting off with a bang. Next week, we know Battlefield's dropping, and well, the early access, and um, they're dropping a whole new DLC, skins and guns and all type of stuff for this Amazon Prime deal. And EA seems to be going very hard for every title with this renewal. Now, partnership brings better situations for all of us as gamers, man. Um, and especially being in this Prime. I mean, there's games I'd be like, I might as well just, download it because they just gave me a free game. But what did y'all think about this whole EA going hardcore with Amazon to get this content out to the gamers?
So it's no different than what Amazon's been doing with Epic. And I mean, you log in if you got um Amazon Prime, they giving away free games, free DLC, all kinds of stuff. GOG, Epic. I just
Facts.
noticed there's no Steam in there, but there's pretty much any other launcher you can think of is in there.
Yeah,
So
facts.
I think they're doing that to get attention for their platform and also maybe create that bridge they need for the Luna. More importantly for them, so that they can use their platform to shine for the publisher, but also get a deal where the publisher cuts them some special promotions for their Luna. So I think it's a good thing for it's just a good business deal, to be honest, for them. I'm not the dude that I don't like Epic, but I see the appeal for people who like to get free games and things like that. Um, you know, so I think that's a good thing. Every 10 people you get to see your platform, at least two of them are going to spend money. So that's that marketing always works. It's an old school marketing tactic. It used to work in the old days when your mom and dad used to get the Sunday paper just for the
Facts.
coupons.
And have you
I mean,
cutting them out?
you might not be interested, but like I said, the buy one get one free deals or whatever. I'm
Right.
telling you, every 10 people, at least two of them going to spend money that they may not have spent, or five people. You never know. Point is, the more people exposed to it, the more likely they will spend money, and that's a good thing.
Facts. Now, what I take out of this before we get to sick, what I took out of it, I'm like, yo, but you know what really impressed me? This year alone, I seen them going hard for Madden, giving away packs and credits and just I see FIFA in the last 2 years. But to see them go so hard once again, renewing and said they're gonna up the ante this time. They're dropping the stuff for Battlefield. That's one of my favorite games. And they're doing it across the board with this content, man. They did content for UFC. They're continuing support for older games. I'm like, yo, we've never seen this from EA. Give away anything. They're the cash grab. They're the microtransaction people. To see them even decide to say, we're going to give back to the community and this is how we're going to do it. Because if you're an Amazon Prime member, you have these games, you ain't got to pay no extra money. So I just thought it was a real good move for them. I don't know if they're making these moves to definitely keep that Activision spotlight off of them. Because remember, at one point, they was the worst company to work for in video game history. So I think this is a good, smart business move. And as the players that we are, the gamers, we benefit. So for those people out there that don't have an Amazon Prime, man, you should look into it now because a lot of these companies, like the Epic, Origin, Ubisoft, like I get something for Rainbow Six every month. Even Activision is in there with Call of Duty. They definitely support EA is definitely supporting Apex. But I'm sick. What did you think about this whole thing, man? Did you look at it like that or did you thought something else?
Man, I look at Amazon Prime the way I look at Game Pass Ultimate. Like, it gives me more than what I bought it for, period. And because they both have these perks,
Right.
if Game Pass Ultimate was only, the Xbox Live functionality and the Game Pass functionality plus the Game Pass piece, if it was just that with no perks at all, that's what I got into it for. I didn't even know about the perks till after I was already in. So I was already in my mind getting my money's worth, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree who's a member of Game Pass, right? Amazon Prime is the same way. I bought it for the free 2-day shipping. That's all. The only thing I
That
got it
you
for.
know me. That's why I got Prime. All the stuff I get
Right.
delivered, free 2-day
Exactly.
shipping. Please,
Exactly
I've
my
been a
point.
Prime member as
Exactly.
long as Prime been around. I don't know how many
Right.
years it is now.
Exactly my point. Like
Right.
that alone is worth the cost of entry. That's why we're in it. These perks is all gravy.
And everything
All
they buy, they just
gravy.
throwing it in there. It's really
Yeah.
Game Pass is really taking their model because Amazon
Yes.
been doing that. Like they
Right.
adding services to something that you're already paying for, and they just keep adding, and it hasn't risen in
Right.
price.
And right. And it's like I like to say about Game Pass Ultimate is if they just gave a few more perks, even people who don't play video games probably would benefit from buying Game Pass Ultimate because of those perks give you still more than the money's worth that you put into it that you get out. Honestly, if it was just a little bit more, not even by much. So
Nah,
what Amazon is
I
doing
don't
is
think
just
they
doing
need no more Game Pass. You don't even have to pay for Game Pass if you play your games and earn your
right.
points.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It yeah. It just keeps
X
going. It's
100.
like the
That
it's like
boy is
hamster
he
wheel.
works that system well.
Yes, it's
100 a
easily work
bad
too.
guy.
It's not even hard to work. So yeah, but there you go. You know, you do these things, and so man, all these extra free games. Who can complain? You know, who can complain? And so it makes you want to stay with the service.
Right.
Makes you want to stay with the service. Like you don't want to ever even consider getting off the service because it's always giving you something at any time, and it's usually a surprise. Like you don't even notice it's coming to the last second. Like this Battlefield thing, it's come out of nowhere. The game's coming out
Yeah,
early
right.
access
I
next
was
week,
stunned
and
to
now
see that.
boom, we ready to get this early
Yeah.
access. I mean, I pre-ordered the game. I was getting that anyway. In fact, they just charged us. In fact, the Xbox controller and the wired headset I just got charged for as well.
Yeah,
I think yesterday or the day
charged for
before.
that. I got charged
So
yesterday.
so those are on the way too. So it's like, dude, it's already the beginning of November. The Black Friday season, all this other stuff is right around the corner. I've been saying, folks, it's overtime season for a fact, for a reason.
Yeah.
You want your stuff, it's right around the corner. So earn your ducats because you're about to spend them. But yeah,
Facts.
that's what I have to say.
And let me tell you something. Let me shout out to that Game Pass. If you ain't on that Game Pass hype train, something wrong with you. Let me tell you what I
Yep.
did. Let me tell you what I did earning these points. Now, y'all know I'm a big Grand Theft Auto fan, and I like the older ones better than the new. So, of course, I was going to buy the trilogy, the definitive edition. I took 46,000 points, gave me $50. I bought the game. Thank you, Microsoft. I appreciate you. Earn them points, baby. Use that system for you. Now, what I spent? $14 for the game. Because just by playing your games on Game Pass and doing your little
Quests.
yeah, all that stuff and your rewards, it's amazing. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Now,
Yo, why you mention that? When is the remakes come? When is that dropping, dude?
the 11th.
Of this month?
Yeah.
All three?
Yep. And only
it's-
one of them is in Game Pass. San Andreas.
Don't matter.
But
Scooping them up.
I wanted all of them.
Scooping them up.
Those are all three of my favorite. I thought that was awesome, man. And it's also
I knew it was
even to
coming.
have
I
that
just
in Game
wasn't-
Pass. Get on that Game Pass hype train. Y'all gotta get on that Game Pass hype train. As a gamer, it saves you so much money. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, we're gonna talk about this, and we talking about services being added to what you're already paying for. We're talking about Netflix gaming, man. They're talking about adding these services to Netflix in terms of gaming with no additional cost. Now, they already have the servers to do what they want to do. They're pretty much set up, but what is really intriguing is what type of games are they going to be giving us? Are they going to give us cell phone style games, or are they trying to go AAA or AA or indie? I don't know what they're doing. But with that being said, PK, they said they adding on games, content, all type of stuff. What do you think Netflix is going to? What type of games you think they're going to give us? Because they said they're not charging no extra money. So this is just like going to be like an xCloud added to Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me. What do you think about that?
I mean, with that being said, they probably freemium games. You know, you
Bro.
um.
Yo,
Mobile games, yeah.
he said freemium.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you know how they work.
Yeah,
You know,
facts.
you got Apex and Fortnite. I mean, you probably want to put the more popular games that are easy to transition. They also mobile games, so it wouldn't be hard to put them on Netflix, right? And as long as controllers or mouse and keyboard or whatever kind of interface that they plan to allow to be used, I think it'll work out well for them. I mean, especially since they already had a platform. I mean, that's the jump. That's that's a jump on a lot of people because there's more Netflix users than anybody else. So,
Yes, that's a fact.
if
Yes.
Netflix expands it by saying, "Hey, you can also play Fortnite here," then there's no point of switching.
Mm.
You just click on Fortnite. If that's the case, I mean, I don't know. I'm just
They didn't say how they was going to
speculating.
roll it out. Right, right. I want to see how they're
Right.
going
Um,
to roll this out because I don't
but
know if
I
it's going to
do
be in our Netflix apps. But
I do
I don't
well. I
know.
mean, I do think that it's going to be something easy to, well, at least in the beginning. I think it'd be something easy that they can integrate without too much of a hassle with their current infrastructure, and then see what the engagement is. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then invest into expanding it a little more. I think what puts them in a good position, like I said, is they already have the user base, so it's more or less easier for them to put a lot of stuff in front of people
Right.
than people happen to build that trust, right?
Yeah.
So
Especially they not charging no extra money for it.
it's
It
kind of
doesn't
like
hurt you to try it.
it's kind of like a natural evolution for them because it's no different than GameStop doing FT. Was it TF? What's the new way of making games more rare? What is it called? When you convert them to the TFTs or
NFT.
whatever. NFTs. There
NFT.
you go. NFTs. Sorry, um, I'm having a brain fart. But it's kind of like, where does GameStop go right now? They can't do. I mean, used games is becoming a non-thing anymore. So the natural evolution is to NFTs. So
Mm.
make your games valuable. Now trading them actually has value outside of what they used to get tell you what the value is. So I think is a natural evolution for them, and they're kind of in a good spot. However, if they jack up the launch, it might not work out for them. So they definitely got to be careful on how they. And I think that's why they said right now there's no charge. However, I'm sure there will be a premium version where you got to spend extra $5 for
Something.
some higher end
Right.
stuff at
Right.
some point.
Yeah.
But come on, man, this is business. Let's be real.
Facts.
Um, you know, I mean, streaming started out with $7, and look where we at now, double um of what they used to charge. And it's not because it's double of what it was; it's double because they offering more.
They offering
And
100 times
lot
more.
more.
I
Oh
remember when
yes.
they. I remember
so
when I was a Netflix guy. They had all C and B movies, and I was like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
there's
but I
not a
mean,
major
you
movie
get
on here."
but you get what I'm saying though, right?
Right. Right.
It's a natural evolution, and I think most of them are just going to be freemium at first, and then if you want the
The
like
better stuff.
I'm seriously thinking they are testing their, because they do have the infrastructure to stream games.
Oh yeah, no
Okay,
doubt.
they do have that more than what Google was prepared to do. So at
Mm-hmm.
that point, they can do it, but they definitely got to understand how does the what do you charge for versus what do you get, right?
Hmm.
Because you want more subs, but how do you do that without making it seem like you're just raising
The
prices?
price.
So
Right.
more than likely, there's going to be different tiers. That's the way I see that. And the type of games, it'd be like racing, puzzle, easy stuff that people can pick up on. Let's be real. It's not going to be super. You ain't going to see no Team Raider or nothing like that right now. It's going to be, maybe a Fortnite, maybe, you know, Call of Duty or something. Something that's already hit mobile, right? Something that's already made a transition that's not too hard to integrate, I think would be a good, or at least a smart bet. If my mind, I don't know, but that's just what I think.
Okay. Before we go on to what Sick think about this, let me shout out my man Other Zinc and the most genius Xbox lover on the planet. Shout out to Flip Money. You know what he did today? He did something amazing on a podcast that I didn't know was possible. He showed us how to insert the memory card in the Xbox Series X. Now, I just thought that was absolutely amazing. I said, yo, why is this man doing this live? You know why? Because he's taking shots at people. But we ain't going to get into that. I just thought that was hilarious.
Are
The
you sure it
guy,
wasn't for education?
yo, listen, it could have been educational
Middle
purposes.
column A,
I don't
middle
know.
column B.
But I really
I,
didn't know how to put the memory card in my Xbox. And thanks to Flip Money, I
I
officially know how to do it. Thank
let
you,
me
Flip. I
let me
appreciate you.
let me tell you a story real quick. Why I think I'm not gonna say he taking shots. Okay,
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna
he
give
was
him I'm
taking
gonna
some
give him
shots, and it
I'm gonna
wasn't
give him the
vodka.
benefit. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Let me tell you, man. Long time ago when I did help desk, and a lady called and said, "Hey, I think my boyfriend's hacking my computer." And I said, "Really? What how do you say he's doing that right now? He's doing it right now. Every time I type in my password, they turn to stars. They turn to stars. So
Oh my
and
god.
I there's no way I can fix this. And I don't know how to get this woman on my phone. But I'm gonna tell you now, there's people out there like that who may not understand how to do certain things. So you got to educate them. Come on,
It's
man.
the small things that matter. The
Yeah, I mean,
simplest things mean so much.
they do. And I don't know how to help the woman with her password, turning to stars every time she types it in, but
Oh my
we
god.
might need a video that shows her what does that mean. Just saying, it there's people out there that need a little bit of assistance. They might have grew up somewhere in Iowa's Sioux Center where where there's nothing but
Man.
cornfields. Don't never seen this before, dog. It's just they might need a little help. I don't
Look
know.
crazy. All right, sick. Before we move on to our last two topics, talk to me, man. What do you think about this Netflix gaming, and what do you think they're gonna take this?
Speaking of things that come out of left field, yo, that whole conversation and the fact that Netflix is in the gaming industry now, all of a sudden, like, what was it, last month when we first heard word, right?
Oh,
Now,
when they
all of a
was
sudden,
testing it in Poland.
Well, don't
yeah,
forget they have a deal with Sony.
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah. So I'm saying all this stuff we heard just last month. Now, here we are, I think so far it's just a toe in the water type situation, but they'll try and do more. Um, I think they'll start with mobile and a couple other smaller things first, and then level up as they go along. They got the service to do everything, so we'll just have to see how far they take it.
All right, so now look, man. You know my favorite game is dropping December 8th. I want to get y'all thoughts, even people in the chat, man. What did y'all think about this Streets map? This close
Mm.
quarter combat in Halo Infinite. First of all, the game is looking crazy. And even though I was trying to watch that video of a journalist playing Halo, boy, that was funny. But these are the people that criticize the game because they're terrible at it. But with this being said, I was watching that video and an explosion happened. And this game is so detailed that people really not gonna pay attention to the small things. Because like I just finished saying, small things matter. There was one particle that came off of something. You know, this thing bounced all on the floor and then just rolled into the corner. I said, yo, that is some real detail. This wasn't no Levolution in Battlefield where you just see big chunks. This was a minute little thing. It would even look nice. But to see the level of detail that they're putting in Halo, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, some people want to sit around in there and just shoot fruits all day. But sick. What did you think about this new map, man? Did you like where they're taking this direction on Halo
Oh yeah.
Infinite?
Oh yeah, and I love the level of detail that's in the map. Once again, the text, like when you look up close, you see there's more than meets the eye, and little hints and little things if you're into the lore, there's lots of stuff there too. But the map design, that's the small up and close map. You get a couple of sight lines to get some long range action, but there's definitely that close quarters, lots of modes. It's custom fit for a lot of dope modes. Oddball was one they showed that looked great. Just another great map in the history of great Halo maps. I think this one will go down. It's one of the good ones.
Yeah, I was impressed. PK,
Yes,
talk to
sir.
me.
I'm be
Halo
honest, I
Streets
haven't
map.
seen it. I
Oh,
haven't seen it yet.
oh, oh! Somebody shut his mic off. Clean up in aisle 6. Get this dude out of here.
108
Get this
Dragons TV
dude
Listen,
out
welcomes
of here.
everyone.
yo, you could kill me. I told you it's been a busy week, man. I haven't really been able to dive down into a lot of things yet.
Well, listen. It's gonna be it's gonna be a great month of gaming, man. Because we already got a great one. And with that being said, we're gonna move into that segment. We're gonna talk about this Forza Horizon, this glorious, beautiful, amazing. Oh man, it looks better than real life. I'm sorry, it's a fact, and we see this game getting high reviews. We're not gonna talk about no negative idiots. We're just gonna talk about what the community has been saying. It has 1 million players playing it already, and this is the early phase. This is the early access phase. The game officially is not out until Tuesday. So, with that being said, what are your thoughts, PK, with the community embracing this racing game? And do you think a racing game can get game of the year?
I think any game has that potential. However, we talking about what show gets game of the year. What you know what I mean? If we're talking about Mike, Mr. Keeley over there, nah, ain't no Xbox game getting game of the year. That's just not happening.
Mm.
But that doesn't mean, and that's if he doesn't separate it from sports, the sports category, which it doesn't make sense why racing games in the sports category. It seems weird, but
Gears was in it too.
not the sports
Yes, it
category.
was.
Okay, well, whatever. The show,
Best sounding sport game. They put Gears in there.
which is still whack.
I was
Um,
like, what? But
so
continue.
however, and you never know, he might do a cutoff, say, yeah, we cut it off on November 4th, so
Did
it
they do
doesn't
that
even
for
get.
Death Stranding, or did they push back the whole
You
award
mean
show?
Spider-Man? Because
No, no,
Spider-Man
they
came
did it for
out
Death Stranding too.
November. Spider-Man came out November 15th, yet it still was in. But the year before, we had Star Wars. What's that Star Wars game by EA? Definitely a hot title. They cut it off so it couldn't be entered.
Mm.
So he'll finagle things. But for me, what I thought was hot was, for the first time ever, IGN gave Xbox's first 10 out of 10. I felt that was amazing. I felt the fact that IGN, the most critical of all of the Xbox, gave Forza 10 out of 10 on all levels. I've never seen that before. Regardless what anybody else feel, that is huge. If you can get IGN to give an Xbox title of 10 out of 10,
Mm.
that is an achievement unlocked, right? That's a diamond achievement right there. And that speaks volume. So with that being said, of course, everyone that get to play, shout out 4GQ TV. We had some gameplay put up because we got a press copy. And it's definitely one of those segments where you can't deny um they
Greatness.
know, yeah, they put in their work, not just to make cars look pretty, but to make the experience awesome. Not just for us gamers, but they put experiences in there for accessibility, right? Accessibility. I think I remember we talked about this before. And I said this should always be a part of the conversation. The game should be rated on how much do they put in for all gamers and not just a particular few, because
Facts.
there's a lot of gamers that love to play racing games, and
Just
if
can't.
you got to have accessibility for people who may or may not. I mean, shout out to Graphic God talking about he's the best one-handed gamer racer out there. But I'm just saying, like, that is a huge thing, and what I'm saying is they hit a lot of check marks. They had a lot of check marks. and surprisingly, the all of the negative back, people who was talking a lot of stuff about it before it came out, not having ray tracing and all that. Where's that now?
No, where's the people at that said the game was downgraded?
Right, that too. Uh,
I'm
the
I'm waiting for them to make new videos. I need that
I
smoke.
What I'm saying is that the quality's there. They delivered. They over delivered.
Yeah,
They
facts.
they were so confident in their deliverance. They gave a discount for whoever pre-ordered it.
Mm.
So, and that's with the DLC. That guys, if you pre-order it, you can actually get it cheaper if you pay for the game by itself. Just saying. And that's 100 shows. 100 showed me that.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is crazy. And I know a lot of people, I got Game Pass. And that's cool. You consume your media however you want. I don't care.
Right, you pay for it,
Um,
right?
at the end of the day, I think that this game is universally loved. No matter what platform, I don't care if you buy it on Steam or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is it's universally loved. This game should be on the cloud, I believe, once it drops as well. So I think more or less it's going to be in a lot more people's hands than any version before it. And anybody who's played Forza or whatever, if you played any of the Forzas, you get bonus cars when you start the new game, just FYI.
Oh, I was
So,
going to bring that up.
uh,
They gave me my cards from the last game.
yeah, so you get to get bonus cars. So if you haven't, you should go on Game Pass just to make a game save so you can collect some cars and then bring it up.
And if
Keep
you
passing it.
download the Forza app that they got and you played the other games, you get 600,000 in credit
Right,
to
right.
buy
And
stuff.
when I seen that you could do prosthetic limbs for your character and stuff like
You
that. I
saw
mean,
that,
that's
right?
yeah, that's dope, right? There's a lot of features that they put in here to try to make inclusion for everybody.
Everybody.
And,
Awesome.
and I think that's a lot of check marks that you just can't deny. And just remember, these same people are going to do an RPG for us.
They're not going to do they 3 years into development.
You get what I'm
They
saying. The
yeah, no,
point
no,
is,
but they announced that today. I was like,
the
three
same
years? What?
the same people who has delivered this amount of quality on this racer is going to deliver on
Fable.
something that they have not done. That's how much Microsoft trusts them. And that's kind of what I'm getting at is it's undeniable. There's no whatever you might shout the downplay, you cannot ignore. There is nothing ever that no racer has ever reached this level. I mean, they literally set the bar. And
Facts.
it's hard to reach that bar. And I'm not saying there's not other arcade racers that are good because they are fun. There's a lot of them are fun, but have any of them reached this bar?
No.
None of them.
No.
None of them can hit these check marks, and that's what I'm getting at. And the more and more as we go through, there's going to be a lot of people, even if they don't like Xbox, is going to love this game. And it's not about Xbox. It's why I try to tell people play games, not companies, because it's not about the companies. It's about the games. We're consumers. We don't get paid. We spend money. It's
Facts.
difference. It shouldn't matter to us where we play our games. It should matter what we playing and what matters to us. And we're not all going to like the same stuff. That's okay. However, for the most part, and I'm a casual racing guy. I love cars, but I kind of retired my racing long time ago. I already told you Gran Turismo, but this is fun. This reminds me of how I felt when I played Midnight Club years ago. I just want to
Mm,
jump in and just have fun and play with my friends. And
nice.
and one thing they did was they took that gate away. Like in the last game where you had to play all seasons, you don't have to do that this time. You can partner up with your friends right away. So that's a big deal. They took that roadblock away.
Facts, facts, facts. Welcome, Sega man, to the chat, man. I see you in the building, man. And Zinc. Shout out to Zinc, man. Nickname is AKA he bleed green all day.
44.99. There you go.
Indeed.
See, I told
That's
you.
right.
Look at that discount. Look at that discount. You pre-order right now, that's what you get, dog. That
Hmm.
is crazy.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen a
108 Dragons
pre-order
TV welcomes
that gives you
everyone.
a $15 discount. I thought you know what I mean? Like, have you
Right.
ever seen you ever go to a GameStop or pre-order, you put 5 on something? No, you paying full price, homie. But
I
you
got
put
five on
you
it.
put you go ahead and pre-order this, you get the discount. That's crazy. You can't tell me that's not love.
That's lit. All right, sick. Talk to me, man.
Mm,
Talk to me. What do you think
Forza.
about this game? Have you even played it yet? And what do you think about this warm welcome that this game is receiving? I mean, it's a hot welcome. This is crazy. You know,
Yeah,
the
indeed.
last time I seen this was usually when a Halo or Gears drop. But
Mm,
talk about
it's
this this
facts.
this
Facts.
this this community embracing this
Reaction.
title in droves because everybody's playing now
Indeed, they are.
are not
Yeah,
on Game Pass.
that's right.
Same Game
So
Pass
speak.
dudes.
So
So
speaking of that, so after the show last night, it was the intention to go play the game, but we got start talking and stuff, had great conversations that went on till I was like, nah, I'm tapping out, I'm going to bed, so we didn't get to play it. But I wouldn't have been able to play it anyway because I didn't pre-order the game. I just have it on Game Pass, so I gotta wait
you
till it's
gotta wait,
officially
right?
out. I've gotta wait, so I wouldn't have been able to play it anyway. Unfortunately, now I realize I know that till this morning, but yo, so like I said last night, as the outsider looking in, haven't touched it myself. I can only see what people are saying in reviews. Yo, the internet's
108
on
Dragons
fire over
TV
this
welcomes
game.
four guys
Everybody
with
is shook.
quarters.
Forza Horizon 5 has the internet shook. Okay? And no matter what you think of IGN, 10 masterpiece in red and white for everyone to see. Like, and they made it clear. 10 masterpiece, bold letters. Like, and it's getting, I don't like Metacritic. I don't think too
Nope.
highly of IGN, but I brought up IGN. I gotta bring up Metacritic. Last time I saw a 91 on Metacritic. Ooh, those some big numbers. Another big hit out of Microsoft when folks were saying Microsoft had no games. Now they're getting hit, and now they're getting banger after banger after banger. And here's another banger. You know, Forza Horizon 5 is just wow. It looks incredible. I can't wait to
And
freaking
can I
play
say
it.
something for the record?
Mm.
I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. This game is not this gen's engine.
Forza.
It's
Nope.
Forza 4, 3, and 2's engine.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a game.
The next gen game.
This is not the next engine. This is still
Nope.
using the engine from last Xbox One. Just want to bring that up. And it looks
Yeah,
like
because the
this.
game is on Xbox One. Yep.
But first of all, it's gorgeous on Xbox One. But I'm just
It's
pointing
gorgeous
that out.
everywhere. Yep.
I'm pretty sure Motorsport is going to be on the next engine. And it's going to blow this game graphically out of the water. Because first of all, it's going to be closed tracks and not an open world. So they can do more graphics. So we are in store for a goodie whenever the hell they drop that game. But just saying, we have to pay attention to those facts. That this is on last gen's engine. So with that being said, continue, Sick. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was finished right there. So you
Oh,
transitioned into the end of the topic. So yeah, I'm good.
yeah. So people, man, listen. This is a short one today because PK said he got to go out there and show these women them Jerry curls. You know what I'm saying? Got to get his Ice Cube on. West Side. Another great episode, man. Thank y'all for everybody showing up. We're going to do these outros. PK, what you got coming up? Where can they find you? Talk to us, brother. Besides you stroking these streets tonight. See, we got you out of here. We got you out of here. And he still showed up late. Just saying, people.
I was on time, sir.
That was your fault. Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't get in.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what?
I was early.
Y'all right. You know what? Yeah, right. My bad.
Trying to spin it to make it our fault. I see you.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Yo, I wanna thank everyone in the chat for coming through, hanging out with us. We really appreciate the community coming through, always showing support, always listening to our opinions. We definitely love the feedback. Listen, I did put up a you can definitely find me on Twitter at PKX Live, and definitely if you guys follow me, listen, I got a poll up because I'm not a sports guy. I don't play sports games. However, I want to hear from the community. I want to know what your thoughts are on what you would consider the best sports title of the year. So if you guys can go do that poll, you can DM me as well. I got lots of Steam games to give away. Surprise Surprise, surprise. The more you guys support me, the more I
Oh
support you.
damn! You know what? I'm dropping those codes. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yo, for sure. Hey, Lemon, is that you or one of
Yeah, I
you
think that's
No,
guys?
him, not
that's
me.
me. I pressed. Sorry.
Yeah. So, hey, appreciate everybody coming through for sure, but definitely hit me up on Twitter. Do that poll. I know I might have to pin it,
You'll get your
but
Twitter fingers ready. Not you,
for
bloody.
sure. Um,
I'm
I
dropping the
need I
Xbox
need
code
to
right
know what
now.
everybody thinks because I'm not a sports guy. I have no idea, but I would love to know what you guys think. And if your game that you want in as, hey, just tell me. Send me a tweet. Put it up under the poll. It's fine. We'll reshuffle it. Whoever wins this one, we'll shuffle a new one. It's no big deal. I want to know for facts because the community is what speaks, not Mr. Keeley. So I rather hear from the real ones out there who gets it in, who actually plays these games than people who thinks they should be there and what should not be there, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm not that dude. I know it's not me, but I definitely want to hear that impact. But definitely you know, here on the Dragons Den, we try not to fraud the public and
Thanks.
be real. So definitely see me here do my thing. Hopefully, Akuma feeling better. She come back next week. Uh, definitely 4GQTV. You see me doing my thing. Me and my co-hosts Clowns, we have some interviews come up. We got gameplays coming up. We do a lot of things over there, so definitely keep it tuned in. But I just be a busy man. That's just basically it is. But hey, it's a good thing to have. This is November, December, this fall. We have never had this many games just keep us so busy. We don't know what to do with ourselves, and that's a good problem to have, to be honest.
Okay. Shout out to my brother PK. PK is in the building. Now we gonna get into the Matrix, man. He gonna give y'all his outros, man. Sick. What's good with you?
You.
What you got coming up, man? What you gonna be playing? Talk to us, Six.
Well, that Battlefield and Halo and later on, but for now, I'm playing me that Project Wingman. Like I said, it's on Game Pass now on Xbox. It's only 5.5 gigs. If you like Ace Combat, you're definitely gonna like this. Arcade action, fun game. Even has a roguelike-esque mode. $25, but if you get on Game Pass, if you're Game Pass Ultimate member or Game Pass member, 20% off. So $20 and $20 well spent. But hey, you even have to spend that $20. It's on Game Pass, so go try that out. And I'll be playing that right after this. I'll be on Twitch playing that. So come check me out. But as always, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me right here next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, for the Dragons Den podcast, episode 32. Keep it going.
Well, you already know who it is. It's your boy Lemon, aka Lemiki's right hand Zeus, and we are definitely dropping this episode number 32. And I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming out, man. I always look forward to my Saturdays to come here and give y'all this gaming news, this gaming information. I always try to give you, or we try to give you, topics that nobody else has really talked about. So I always try to bring a different element, man. But I'm telling you, I appreciate every last one of you. I need to know who got that code. And Bloody said he's tired of these goddamn accusations. So let me know who got the code, man. And as I always say, I need you to bring your game and not your name. And I will see y'all next week, man. Look at that content. I got some stuff dropping this week that y'all might want to check out. And go check out that 2.1 video I dropped, man, for y'all people with that single HDMI 2.1 port. You might need that.